You are welcome here. So this is Adex Studio. So today we are going to continue from where we stopped yesterday. So let's proceed to CapCut. Okay, so this is what we did yesterday. So these are the overlays, the animation we made yesterday. We stop here where this 2024 is showing. Now we are moving to the next page. So we need to transit. We need to add a transition. So there are many ways you can add transition on CapCut. You can simply click on the clips on your timeline and you can then split it. If I split it now, and I click on this place that I splitted, it will take me to transition. So these are transition that you can add on CapCut to transit from one clip to another. So but we are not using this, so I'm going to undo it. So what we are going to do is that in the video asset I sent, so you will be able to download this transition I want to add to this video. So I'm going to add overlays because the transition I've already downloaded it is on my phone storage. So I'll select it. So I've added the transition overlay. So here is it on the screen. This is the one showing black. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom it out to cover the whole page. Okay, so this is it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I will remove the background. As you can see that the background is black, so go to remove BG, then use chroma key and then select black color. You drag this thing to select this black color. Once the color that you are selecting will be shown on this round picker, so your color, then you click OK. It has removed the black color. So this is the transition itself. So this is it. So now it's still showing red. It's still showing me red and yellow color. I don't want that. I want the transition color to look something like this video, so that it will go together. So what we are going to do is firstly I will go to spice and you click on lighting. So I want to lighten it up, so I'll click OK. So the next thing I will go to adjust. So click on adjust. So on adjust I'll go to HCL and then I want to remove the saturation of this red and yellow color. I will reduce the saturation. So I'm going to select yellow also and reduce the saturation. So now you see the color is looking like what I want already. So now I'm going to leave that page. Then to add more to it, I'll go to temp, that's temperature, and I will reduce it to make it look like what I want. So that's okay. So I'll click OK. So if you check now, you see that the transition now look more like the video. So this is it. So now we are going to use it to transit from this 2024 to the second page. So let's play it.
24. If you have at least 2024. If you have at least 5 to 6.
Okay, so that's okay. So then the next thing we are going to add is 5 to 7 hours per week. So I'm going to click on test. I want to add test. I'll click on 2024 and then duplicate, drag it forward. So here is it. So I will remove the animation. So I will add 5 to 7 hours. 5 to 7 hours. 5. Use this to 7. So that's okay. So I'm going to add another overlay. So I'm just going to add this particular one. Okay, so I have added another overlay, so which is for this 5 to 7 hours. So I want to show these graphics of time. So now the next thing you're going to do now is to go to spice and then select lighting. So that's all. So I'll increase it. So but there's something else I omit. So even in yesterday lecture I omit some things. So if you see let me show you the main video and to show you what I'm talking about. So if you notice, you will see there's a black color here. I added a black color here so that this thing can come out. I'm going to add it here. So I've added the overlay of the black color now. As you can see, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to zoom it out to fill the screen. So that's filled the screen now. So the next thing is go to layer. So click on layer. I want to move it back so that it will not be covering the text. So I'll just move it back here. Okay, so that's come out. So now I'm going to add a fade in animation. So go to animation. So add fade in.
Scale on every.
So you can increase or reduce the time here. So I'll just put it on 2. So let's see now.
Or scale on every view business in 2024.
So it's okay now. Duplicate this and drag it to this new place. So that's okay. So now I'll go back to my test and I will add animation to this by adding a keyframe here, then add another keyframe here. So at the first keyframe, I'm going to drag this down. So I'll also go to that of overlay. So I will click on overlay. So I will add animation to it. Click on animation. At the in animation, I can use slide left. Okay, so that's okay. So I'll click OK. So now they have been animated now. So let's see.
5 to 7 hours a week to put into this.
So the next thing is, he said a week, 5 to 7 hours a week. So what I'm going to do is, so this text now we duplicate it and drag it to this place. So I'm going to remove the animation, and then I will write. So now what we are going to do is use your 2 hands and resize it. So now what we are going to do is that this week now we will place our playhead here at the beginning. So go to this 5 to 7 hours, add a keyframe here, then add another keyframe here. So at the second keyframe, you see that we're adding 2 keyframe already. So this one is for animation, while this one now we want to use it to move it to this left side so that this can come in. So at this second keyframe now, move it to this side.
This, and you have at least a small 5 to 7 hours a week to put into this, and you have at least a small to put into this. And hours a week to put into this, and you have at least a small.
So now the next thing we need to do is we need to add that transition. So just go back to overlay, click on overlay, then this is the transition here. You just duplicate it. Where is duplicate? Duplicate it and drag it to this place.
This, and you have at least a small.
Okay, so that's okay. So the next thing now is
At least a small amount of capital.
Okay, small amount of capital. So I'm going to add overlay. So what you need to do to this one is just click on spice and choose lighting. So then I'm going to remove these ones. So go to transform, choose transform, go to resize. So I will just drag this. I will cut this out. The next thing now is to add text. I will add text. Go to text, click on this, and I will duplicate it. I will drag it to this side, capital. So I will just increase the size and click on edit. So I will write capital. Let me adjust it. So now I'm going to animate this. I want to animate this dollar icon, so I'll just click on it. I'll go to animation. I'll select flip.
Small.
Okay, so I'll select this flip. Okay, so that's okay. So let's go to text. So this capital, I'm going to drag it here. We are going to add animation to it. So, and I will reduce the duration. So the next thing we need to do now, let's see where this capital end. Trim it to this side. Go to overlay, and I'll click on it, and also click on split and delete this one. So then let me play and see.
Small amount of capital to start with. I want to give you.
So
Start with.
So at this place, I'm going to cut it because my storage is full. So if when you're adding too many overlay, the playback will be very, very poor. So I'll just click on it, click on the main clips on the timeline. I will select split, and I will delete it. I'm going to edit it in two places. So now that we have done that, now let's add sound effects to this one that we did today. This one. So let's add a whoosh sound effect. So just go to audio, go to sound. I've downloaded the sound effect. So click on this icon, click on device. So I'm going to add this one. Let's play it. Okay. So I'm going to add this one. So I'll just trim it. So I will see where this thing comes in. Just place it there. Let's see.
5 to 7 hours a week to put into.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the volume. I'll reduce the volume.
7 hours. 7 hours.
So that's okay. So then let's add sound effect to this also. Search for SFS. Let me play it. So I'll add it. So let's play and see.
Out of capital to start with.
So I'm going to reduce the volume.
Capital to start with.
So that's okay. So I'll just adjust it. So now if we play the one we did today, now let's see.
If you have at least 5 to 7 hours a week to put into this, and you have at least a small amount of capital to start with.
So that's okay. So this is where we will stop today. So tomorrow we continue from here. So see you tomorrow. See you in the next video. Bye for now.